fine line between innovation and invention, and sometimes they're really quite similar. New things like dust collection, dust collectors. Imperial Systems did not invent the dust collector. But when it comes to innovation, we've done a lot of very interesting things to innovate dust collectors to make them much better, much more efficient, much easier to use, much safer. It really comes from a culture of innovation. I think we as a company look at it as really trying to understand how to make things better for our customer, for our market. Very important. Safety, new and improved, all those things are very important innovations to make our equipment better for the end user. We look at listening to our customers as the most important thing that we can do. It's how we learn about what we're doing right, what we're not doing so right, possibly, what they want and what they need. It's easy for a manufacturer to look at their facility, to look at their fabrication processes and say, we need to do this to become more efficient or more effective. That's always great. It should be done. But more importantly, it's understanding and listening to your customer so that you come out with innovative things that benefit them first. Then figure out if that's benefiting them, then we can figure out how to do it efficiently in our shop. Filtered cartridges in a dust collector, of course, are the heart of a dust collector. So they have to be efficient. They have to last a long period of time. They need to be easy to change. And just ask any maintenance person, and it's one of the things that they look for is how easy does it, how long does it take, how easy is it to change out cartridges. So with our DeltaMAXX Prime cartridges, they're not only efficient, they not only work very well, very permeable, they're double gasketed for safety. Anytime you can double things up, have some redundancy in sealing, which is what the double gasket does, it just improves your overall quality and operation of that dust collector. The CMAXX dust collector, our flagship, really has been around about 10 years. And it started as a vertical cartridge dust collector, a very good one, but not terribly different than other things that were out there in the market. Simple things to start, like putting a domed roof on it. Innovation, yes. What does it do? It repels moisture and water and the elements when it's outside. Very important for longevity. Fast forward to just last year when we introduced the safety pentagon. 5 very important things that make the CMAXX and the Shadow, I might add, much safer for our end user. Much easier for a maintenance person to ensure that they have cartridges in properly, that they're not overlapping themselves. The door can't shut unless the cartridges are seated properly. All these things are not only safety concerns for the customer, but for that customer that's the maintenance person, making sure that he feels comfortable, he's got everything seated properly, safely, ready to operate. The Shadow is a very interesting and kind of fun product, and it's the perfect example of how we listen to a customer. A particular customer was looking for something smaller in footprint, smaller in profile and height, something that was very user-friendly, very plug-and-play. Bring it in, connect compressed air, connect power, it's ready to go. And also something that was price point focused. So we took those requests from one particular customer and created the Shadow. And I think the other important factor was these Shadows go on a lot of proprietary equipment made by folks that are our customers. The focus needs to be on their equipment, not on our equipment. So the concept of this thing hiding in the shadows was a perfect concept for this piece of equipment. Not only addressed everything they wanted, but it sits in the background and lets the focus be on the manufacturing, the money-making piece of equipment. So far, our customers have really liked it. Rhino drum is a really interesting product, innovation. Nothing complicated, which is what makes it nice. But in the marketplace, there really wasn't something of a static nature, of a relatively inexpensive nature that could withstand a deflagration underneath a dust collector. So the Rhino drum is basically taking a 55-gallon drum, designing a slide gate and a slip apparatus that allows for a very easy change out of the drum. But the beauty of it is once you have it all connected, it withstands an ST1 dust deflagration. So traditionally on the market, you'd have to go to a heavy-duty cast rotary airlock to meet the NFPA requirements of that. Well, those are expensive. Those require motors and maintenance. And so the Rhino drum replaces all that, much less expensive, and third-party tested to ensure we meet NFPA requirements, and easy for the maintenance guy or woman to change out a drum and know that they're safely protected. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about the mission statement of Imperial Systems, which is to improve the health, safety, and quality of people's lives by making the best dust collectors on the face of the earth. It's simple, but it truly is what we do. And I think all of us in Imperial Systems can go to bed at night, go to sleep at night, feeling good about what we do every day. In summary, I think Imperial Systems looks at innovation as almost the lifeblood. You have to keep getting better. You have to keep innovating. You have to keep coming up with new products, not just for the sake of new products, for the sake of making the industry better and safer. So we as I said earlier, we look at it as a culture at Imperial Systems to constantly look at what we can do better, what we can improve, what we can innovate, what we can invent to make the marketplace better and safer.